The blood is already boiling, and the passion continues. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mamba is Back. First of all, let's take a look at this data chart. What do you feel about it? April 2nd, the NBA regular season continues. The Nuggets lost to the Timberwolves in double overtime at home. Jokic made 18 out of 29 field goals, 6 out of 11 three-pointers, and 18 out of 22 free throws throughout the game, getting the incredible statistics of 61 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. His score set a new career high. He achieved a triple-double with over 60 points for the first time. He is on a par with Harden and Luka, and becomes the third person in history. What makes Jokic different from them is that he became the first player in NBA history to lose a game while getting a triple-double with over. In this game, Westbrook played for 38 minutes and made 4 out of 11 field goals. He made 0 out of 3 three-pointers, and 4 out of 7 free throws. He got 12 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 block, 5 turnovers and 5 fouls. The plus-minus value was -3, but he made consecutive offensive and defensive mistakes in the final moments, giving the Timberwolves a chance to win the game with a free throw at the buzzer. Today's game is the fourth matchup between them this season. It is also crucial for the rankings of the two teams. The Timberwolves won all the previous 3 matchups against the Nuggets, so, is the current Nuggets team strong or weak? Why did they lose the game with Jokic's such amazing statistics? What problems do they have exactly? First of all, let's quickly review the game. In this game, Murray and Porter of the Nuggets were rested due to injuries, and the Timberwolves were without Reed and DiVincenzo. At the beginning of the first quarter, the Timberwolves didn't have much defensive enthusiasm. There was no help defense. Even when Jokic was open beyond the three-point line, he made a three-pointer to start the game. Randle of the Timberwolves countered with a mid-range shot, but multiple players of the Nuggets scored, and Edwards led the team to catch up strongly. The Timberwolves responded with a 10-2 run to catch up at the end of the first quarter. The Nuggets led the Timberwolves 32-26. Jokic got 16 points and 4 rebounds. At the beginning of the second quarter, Westbrook made a mid-range shot. He blocked Gobert's shot and shined both on offense and defense. The strengths of the two teams were quite balanced, and it was hard to tell the winner. Jokic and Pickett led a 9-1 run. The Nuggets instantly expanded their lead to 9 points, but Walker of the Timberwolves made 2 consecutive three-pointers to keep the score close. At the end of the first half, the Nuggets led the Timberwolves 53-52 by 1 point. In the first 2 quarters, the Nuggets made 4 three-pointers compared to the Timberwolves' 9. Falling behind in this aspect, Jokic had 23 points and 6 rebounds. He was very powerful on the offensive end, and Westbrook didn't perform well, making 1 out of 6 shots and getting 2 points. Randle had 11 points and Walker had 13 points. Edwards made 2 out of 9 shots and only got 5 points. Edwards was in a bad state in the first half. However, even so, his teammates performed very well. At the end of the third quarter, the Nuggets trailed the Timberwolves 79-84. 5 players of the Timberwolves scored in double figures. In the offensive battle, Jokic had 33 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. In the fourth quarter, it was still hard to tell the winner between the two teams. In the final moments, Jokic's breakthrough caused Gobert to foul out with 6 fouls, and he made both free throws to tie the score at 112. Randle's game-winning three-pointer missed. The two teams ended up tied in regulation time. In the first overtime, all the players of the Timberwolves still had good physical strength. Edwards made a mid-range shot, both Randle and Walker scored, but Jokic and Gordon made consecutive three-pointers. The two teams then kept the score very close. In the final moments, Jokic made a shot inside the paint to tie the score. The two teams were tied again in the first overtime. After entering the second overtime, Jokic made a mid-range shot first. He had already set a new career scoring record. In the final moments of the game, Westbrook stole the ball, but he missed an open layup. Westbrook turned around. In the last 0.1 seconds, he was tricked into committing a three-point foul by Walker. Then Walker made 2 out of 3 free throws to end the game. The Nuggets were swept by the Timberwolves in the season, after double overtime. After this game, the Nuggets ended their 2-game winning streak. Their ranking is still the 3rd place, but they only lead the Lakers behind them by half a game, according to Nuggets reporter Bennett Durando after the game. When the reporters were allowed to enter the locker room, Westbrook had already left the Nuggets locker room. The American media captured that when leaving the court after the game, Westbrook was already close to reaching the players' tunnel, but suddenly he seemed to hear something. Then, despite the obstruction of the staff, he had an argument with the fans. although it was Westbrook's fault in the final moments of this game, but a loss is a loss. We need to find the reasons within the team itself. The most important thing is to make a comeback in the next game. However, there is no need to blame Westbrook, although Jokic lost the game on his record-breaking night, but Jokic cares more about the team's victory. After he had worked hard in the game, and played for a full 52 minutes, the team still lost to the Timberwolves by 1 point. Among these, he missed the last layup, and committed a foul. Naturally, Westbrook, who put the opponent on the free throw line, was put under the spotlight. To be honest, Westbrook's role on the Nuggets this season has always been a bench player, although he is a substitute. However, Westbrook's performance in some games has also shown everyone the player he used to be. On March 18th, the Nuggets played against the Golden State Warriors on the road. The Warriors were in high spirits at that time, under the leadership of JB and Curry. They had already achieved the longest 7-game winning streak in the league at that time. And with most of the Nuggets' main players resting, Westbrook's performance in that game made people feel like he was back in Oklahoma. He led the team to victory with a triple-double, especially in the final crucial moments. He helped the team secure the victory with 2 incredible shots. Of course, he also had some games with poor performances. With the increase of his age, and no longer being in the core position of the team's tactics, Westbrook plays more of a supporting role on the team. Westbrook once had a contract worth $47 million, and now, he is only on a minimum salary contract with the Nuggets. Although Westbrook has always been pushing himself, but with the increase of his age, he is gradually reconciling with himself. He is also gradually accepting his role as a substitute, so it's just one game. There's really no need to be too harsh on Westbrook. As for Jokic, there's even more to say. He set a new career high in single-game scoring, and his field goal percentage reached 61.9%. He also made a career-high 18 free throws. This kind of statistical performance is already at a historical level. In the game, his offensive methods are diverse, whether it's strong attacks in the paint, mid-range jump shots or three-pointers from the outside. He has a high shooting percentage, and also got 10 assists, showing his organizational ability as the offensive core of the team. Although the team faced tight defense from the opponent, but he was still able to accurately find his open teammates, and create good scoring opportunities for them. He linked up the team's offense very well. However, the long game was a huge test of Jokic's physical strength, especially in the overtime. It was obvious that his physical strength had declined, but he still gritted his teeth and kept running, attacking, and defending on the court. Although Jokic's personal performance was extremely excellent, but the team still lost the game by 1 point in the end. This also highlights that basketball is a team sport. An individual's excellent performance doesn't necessarily ensure the team's victory. This game, for Jokic, is both a highlight moment of his personal ability and a regretful experience. As for the overall performance of the team, in the case of the absence of players such as Murray and Porter, the team's tactical operation was affected to a certain extent. Although Jokic took on more offensive responsibilities, and performed excellently, but the overall tactical coordination of the team seemed not smooth enough. During the game, in the face of the Timberwolves' adjustment of defensive strategies, the Nuggets' response seemed a bit slow. They didn't find an effective solution in time. After the absence of Murray and Porter, the other players of the team didn't perform stably enough. At crucial moments, they failed to give Jokic enough support. There were mistakes in the cooperation among players. During some periods of the game, the passes weren't accurate enough, resulting in a decrease in offensive efficiency. The coach may have some deficiencies in personnel deployment and tactical arrangements. During the long process of the game, the allocation of players' physical strength and the adjustment of the lineup weren't optimized. Overall, the loss of this game exposed the Nuggets' problems in personnel allocation, tactical execution, team cooperation, and coaches' command in other aspects. These problems need to be improved in time by the team in the remaining few regular season games.